In the depths of Earth's history, there once existed terrible creatures, living nightmares whose names were enough to make us shudder. These animals not only carry brutal strength but are also symbols of the horror that nature can create. Let's explore 10 terrifying animals that you'll be happy to know are extinct. These creatures once stalked our planet, and their disappearance has brought some peace of mind to humanity. Gigantopithecus. Gigantopithecus, a colossal relic of ancient times, was a giant ape whose colossal presence haunted the bamboo forests, tangled jungles, and towering mountains of China, India, and Vietnam in the Pleistocene. Although it maintains a herbivorous diet, subsisting on bamboo and other plants, its massive form is a terror in itself. Growing to a staggering height of 10 feet and weighing up to 1,200 pounds, this giant monster's strength was formidable enough to crush bones and tear flesh. Its very existence is a terrifying testament to the raw power of nature's dark designs. In the dim, claustrophobic darkness of its habitat, Gigantopithecus was a shadowy giant, its massive body barely concealing the ferocity that lay within. With its muscles coiled like snakes beneath its fur, it is a living nightmare for anyone who dares get too close. Although its diet is gentle, the beast itself is far from benign. Encountering such a creature would be fraught with danger, as its immense power could be unleashed in a terrifying display of primal rage. This monster disappeared from Earth about 300,000 years ago, its extinction possibly the result of relentless hunting by early humans or ruthless changes in climate, leaving behind only legends, whisper theory, and the ghostly imprint of its giant footprint in the annals of history. Eurypterid. In the deep darkness of prehistory, there lurks a giant scorpion called the Eurypterid. These primitive scorpions were a grotesque evolution of modern scorpions, reaching a terrifying length of up to a meter. Armed with menacing sharp claws and a poisonous stinger, they embody the nightmares of a bygone era. The full potency of their venom remains a dark mystery, but the enormous amount of toxin they can release with each attack suggests a threat that is both powerful and potentially deadly. The world where these terrifying creatures thrive is a landscape of colossal scale. Next to them were giant cockroaches as big as house cats and dragonflies with wingspans comparable to those of hawks. Relatives of millipedes, up to 3 meters long, slither through low bushes, adding to the sinister scene. The air was thick with a sense of lurking terror, a primal terror where every shadow might hide a deadly predator. This ancient world is not merely an age of giants, but a realm where any encounter with monstrous creatures can lead to a terrible end. Purosauru. In the primeval swamps and murky rivers of South America, a colossal terror once stalked the waters. Purosaurus. This giant crocodile was a terrifying evolution of its modern relative, growing to an incredible length of up to 13 meters, twice the size of today's largest crocodiles. Its giant jaws, with rows of razor-sharp teeth, are capable of swallowing humans whole, turning the idea of a crocodile into a grotesque reality. Living 8 million years ago, Purosaurus reigned supreme in its underwater domain, an apex predator with raw power that could challenge even the mighty T-Rex. Its sheer size and strength allowed it to overpower and devour prey of enormous proportions, and its dominance over the environment is a chilling testament to the ferocity of ancient life. In the dark waters where it lurks, every ripple and disturbance is an omen of an unstoppable predator, an evil relic of a world where terror reigned and life ruled. Existence is engraved in the blood. Quetzalcoatlus. Without a doubt, among the most terrifying creatures ever to fall from the sky is Quetzalcoatlus, giant birds of prey that defy the limits of the imagination. These giant birds are as tall as a giraffe, their grotesque shapes casting long, ominous shadows across the prehistoric landscape. With a wingspan of 12 to 15 meters, they are as large as small planes, but their appearance is a bizarre and disturbing sight. Their bodies are a grotesque contradiction: absurdly long legs and necks, sharp beaks that seem to pierce the air, all balanced on disproportionately small bodies. Their wings, strangely short for their size, hint at their true nature. These are not creatures of the sky, but hunters of the land. Stalking the earth with predatory grace, they seek out any creature unfortunate enough to cross their path. Their fearsome beaks are capable of swallowing their prey whole, and no animal is safe from their relentless pursuit, not even those the size of a dog, or even one the size of a dog, perhaps human-sized creatures. In the haunting stillness of the ancient world, these monstrous birds walked the earth like reapers, their every step a death sentence for the creatures of the earth. Megalodon. The ocean's darkest nightmare, Megalodon, is an unimaginable force of nature, the largest shark ever to haunt the deep. Although it is often compared to the modern great white shark, this comparison does not capture the utter terror it caused. While great white sharks can grow up to 20 feet long and weigh more than 7,000 pounds, Megalodon dwarfed it in every respect, reaching an estimated length of about 60 feet and a weight of 50 to 100 tons. This monstrous predator rules the seas with an insatiable hunger. Just 2.6 million years ago, Megalodon still roams the oceans, a sea monster that shares its underwater kingdom with creatures we know today: giant sea turtles, dolphins, and even whales. Encountering one would be like catching a glimpse of death, as its massive jaws can crush bones and swallow prey whole. Just thinking of this beast patrolling the seas today is blood-curdling and reminds us of the ruthless power that once lurked beneath the waves. If so, Megalodon's still alive, that would be another terrifying reason to never venture into the depths of the ocean, where darkness hides horrors beyond our wildest imagination. Gorgonops. Long before the reign of the dinosaurs, Earth was a breeding ground for nightmarish monsters, and among the most terrifying were Gorgonops. This fearsome creature prowled the planet 260 million years ago, long before dinosaurs dominated the food chain. Measuring 6 to 10 feet in length, Gorgonops is an agile and ruthless predator, quickly rising to the top of the prehistoric world. What did Gorgonops? What's truly terrifying is not only its speed and ferocity, but also its massive dagger-like fangs, so big they almost protrude beyond its lower jaw. These fangs are tools of death, designed to puncture flesh and tear apart prey with brutal efficiency. In a world where survival is a constant battle, Gorgonops reigns supreme, a relentless hunter, his presence casting a long and terrifying shadow over all that survives. Its monstrous form serves as a chilling reminder that even before dinosaurs, Earth was a place of unspeakable horrors. Terror birds. Terror birds were the undisputed apex predators of South America and parts of North America during the Miocene and early Pliocene, long before they were replaced by big cats and other carnivorous mammals. Not like Quetzalcoatlus, these fearsome birds cannot fly, but what they lack in flight, they make up for in speed, with some speculating that they can run as fast as a cheetah. Their enormous size is equally astonishing, with the largest species reaching up to 3 meters tall and weighing up to half a ton. Their main weapon is their giant head, which can be up to a meter long, giving them the terrifying ability to swallow prey as big as a dog in a single gulp. But their real terror lies in their hooked beak, a deadly instrument designed to tear flesh and crush bone. With this formidable weapon, terror birds can easily kill and eat prey much larger than a dog, including horses, camels, and even humans if they coexist. These giant birds are the stuff of nightmares, stalking the ancient plains with insatiable hunger, their hooked beaks ready to kill with a single devastating strike. In a world where they reign supreme, there is no escaping their ruthless grip. Terror birds. Titanoboa. Titanoboa, the largest snake to ever slither across the earth, is a giant snake of unimaginable size. At more than 15 meters long and weighing more than a ton, this giant creature dominated the warm swamp forests of the tropics 60 million years ago. Like modern pythons, Titanoboa uses a deadly constriction method to kill its prey, curling its massive body around its victim and squeezing with such force that bones shatter and life is crushed with terrible efficiency. There's almost nothing this behemoth can't crush, turning even the strongest creatures into pulp, like a squeezed dry tube of toothpaste. Encountering such a beast would be a death sentence, as it would eat a human as easily as a modern python would eat a guinea pig. The thought of such a creature lurking in the dark is enough to make us shudder, and we can only be grateful for that. Titanoboa now existing only in the fossil record, a ruthless predator of a world that disappeared into the shadows long ago. Arthropleura. If the sight of a centipede or centipedes crawling through your backyard makes you shudder, or if stories about giant centipedes scare you, then you may want to prepare yourself for their terror. Arthropleura. These ancient giant centipedes could grow up to 3 meters long, making them one of the largest arthropods to ever crawl on Earth. With few, if any, predators, Arthropleura reigns supreme in the dark forests of prehistory. Whether or not these giant creatures are predators themselves remains a mystery, but one thing is certain: encountering one of these monstrosities would be a nightmarish experience. Their armored bodies, undulating with hundreds of legs, would make them a sight of pure terror, a living terror that no one would want to face in the dark, ancient forest. Mosasaurus. Fossil evidence reveals that Mosasaurus is a true giant of the deep, reaching up to 50 feet long and securing its place as one of the largest marine predators in Earth's history. Its giant head looks terrifyingly like a crocodile's, but is much more ferocious, with hundreds of razor-sharp teeth capable of cutting through even the most heavily armored prey with ease. Nearly 3 times the size of the formidable Liopleurodon, itself a fearsome predator, Mosasaurus ruled the ancient seas with insatiable hunger. This giant monster can easily swallow a small boat with a single bite, reducing it to shreds as it disappears beneath the waves. In the dark, cold depths of the prehistoric ocean, Mosasaurus is an unstoppable force, a nightmarish creature that has turned the sea into a realm of terror. When we look back at the terrible creatures that once existed on Earth, we not only feel relieved but also appreciate more what nature has given us today. Although the extinction of these species is part of the natural cycle, they also remind us of the terrible power of nature and the dangers it can bring. Remember, although we no longer have to face these nightmares, there are still many wonders and mysteries waiting for us to discover in the modern animal world.